Hey guys, I'm gonna continue with my alphabet series, and I'm gonna do the letter C, which you might have guessed since it comes next in the alphabet. I'm not wearing my glasses because they're making a really horrible glare, and I know I have that in a lot of my videos, but I'm gonna try not to because it's really annoying. Anyway, I'm gonna try and make this a quick one because I have my orientation for my job tomorrow morning. So, anyways, I'll start with the boys, I guess. The first name is one that is in my personal favorites, and that is Cicero. And Cicero is a Latin name meaning chickpea, so it doesn't have the greatest meaning, but I really love the sound of it, and I love the nickname Ro. So I think it's really cute. It is not popular at all. It was last on the charts in the year 1910 at number 990. So it's definitely an unusual one. And a lot of the ones on the boys list are pretty uncommon. The next name is Cairo, like the capital of Egypt, and it's an Arabic name, and it means victorious one. And again, you could use Ro as a nickname or Kai. Both of those are really cool, and I think it is a great boy-sounding name. The next name is Calder, and I found this name in a baby book about a year and a half ago when my friend was pregnant, looking through one of her baby books, and I loved it. The name means violent or cold stream, which is kind of a weird meaning, but a cool one, I think. And I also like this name because it is the last name of the artist Alexander Calder, and we have a big one of his sculptures in my city, so I really like him. And you could use Cal as a nickname. The next one I pick is another of my favorites, and it's Charleston or Charleston, whichever way you want to pronounce it. And it means son of Charles, which also means free man. And I like Charleston because Charles is way more common, but you could still use Charlie or Charles as a nickname, or you could use Chuck if you like Chuck. I do not, but yeah. The next one I picked is Cypress. And cypress is just the name of a type of tree, and I just think it is cool. I think Cy is a cool nickname, and I like naturey names, so it's a cool one. The next one is Camden, and Camden means enclosed valley, and I didn't know it was fairly popular, but in 2011 it was number 160. It first came out of the charts in 1990, and it just continued rising really steadily until it got to 160, and it's at the all-time high for 2011, and I'm guessing that it will continue to go up. And Camden, I really like this name. It reminds me of the show Seventh Heaven, which I used to love that show, and I just think it is a cute name. Cam is such a great nickname, and it would be a great alternative to Cameron, but I would be aware that it's getting very popular. Next one is Channing, like Channing Tatum, and Channing is a Gaelic name, and it means little wolf cub, which is adorable. I love that meaning. And Channing was on the top 1,000 from 1985 to 1992, and then it disappeared until 2010, and it jumped onto the charts at 645 in 2010, and I think this is probably because of Channing Tatum. It was 672 last year, so a little less popular, but I think it's a cool name. I like the name Channing. The next name is Coriander, and I really like this name. It's an old Greek name, and it means a romantic man, which is such a great meaning. When he grows up, it'll be his name meaning. And I think Coriander is awesome. You could have a couple different nicknames for it. You could have Corey, you could have Andy or Randy, and I really like Andy because I think that nickname is adorable, and I like finding alternatives to Andrew. The next name is Callahan, and it's a Celtic name meaning lover of churches. It also has Gaelic roots, and it means small belligerent one. And I just think it's a cool sounding name. It reminds me of the movie Legally Blonde. That's one of the professor's last names, but I think it's a really cool name. And I think Cal is a cool short nickname. The last boy's name is Colwyn, and I really like this one a lot. It's a Welsh name, and it means from the river, which is a really cool meaning. And I really like the nickname Cole, or Cole as a name on its own, and I love the nickname Win. I think that is so cool, and I really like Winnie for girls too, so that's why I like that one. Okay, moving on to the girls. The first one is Childs, and this is a name that I couldn't find anywhere except as a surname. But I heard this name in the movie Country Strong. Leighton Meester played Giles Stanton, who was an up-and-coming country artist. And if you guys haven't seen that movie, you should see it, especially if you like Leighton Meester. I love her, so she did a great job in that movie. And so Childs is a really unique name that I can't find anywhere. I found a similar name, which is Chilali, and it's a Native American name, and it means snowbird, which is such a beautiful meaning. And I think you could use Childs as a nickname for this name if you liked it. And I kind of just wrapped them into one together, but yeah, Childs and Chilali, both really cute and very unique names. The next one, I love this name. When I drive to school, it's about a 20-minute drive, and there is a road with this name that I pass every day, and I'm like, oh, that's such a beautiful name. And it is Caprice, and I just love the sound of it. I don't know why. It means whimsical. Caprice also has a literal meaning, which is similar to whimsical. It means a sudden, unpredictable change, if you look it up on dictionary.com. And I just think it is so beautiful. I can't think of a lot of nicknames for it, but it's only 2 syllables, so you wouldn't necessarily need one. Or you could use Reese or Cappy, but it's a little bizarre. My grandma has a dog named Cappuccino, and she calls her Cappy. The next name I picked is Calais, and it's a French name, and it means from the city in France. And it reminds me of Colby Calais. I really like it. You could use Callie as a nickname, but it's kind of unnecessary since it sounds really similar and it's the same amount of syllables. The next one is Cordelia, and I really like Cornelia and Cordelia, but I don't like that the fact that the word corn is in Cornelia, so I really prefer Cordelia. It's a Latin name, and it means little heart, which is really cute meaning, especially for a little baby. It's last in the top 1,000 in the year 1950 at number 988, so it hasn't been popular at all in a very long time. And there's so much flexibility for nicknames with Cordelia. You could have Cora, which is so adorable. You could have Corey if you like the boyish nicknames. You could have Delia. You could have Leah. You could have Dee Dee or Coco. So I'm sure you might be able to come up with a few more as well. So there's a lot of versatility with this name. The next name is Kisara, and I really like this name. It's so beautiful. It's an old Greek name, and it means shining upon man, and it's a variant of Cassandra. And I like that you could have Cassie as a nickname, and you could also use Sarah as a nickname if you like that. It's never been in the top 1,000, which surprised me because it's very similar to Cassandra, and I thought that it would have been used a little bit, but it really hasn't been used much at all in the U.S. So Kisara is a really pretty name, and you guys know that I love the sound, the R. The next name is Ciel, and Ciel literally in Spanish, or in French, means sky, and cielo in Spanish means sky. And it's a Latin word meaning heavenly, and I like Ciel a lot. It's pretty. It sounds to me like you could use CC or L for nicknames. Like if you put those together, you'd have Ciel. The next name is a pair of names, and it's Cosette and Colette. And one of my best friends loves these names, and she always would say if she had twin girls, she would name them Cosette and Colette. And they both come from the same root. They are related to the name Nicole. And at first I was like, how so? But then Colette comes from Nicolette, which totally makes sense, and Cosette is just a variant. And they both mean victorious people, or victory of the people. And if you guys have seen Les Miserables, there is a character named Cosette, and when I found out the meaning of Cosette, I was like, oh, that makes sense, because it's the victory of the people. And yeah. And Cosette has never been in the top 1,000 in the U.S. Colette was in the top 1,000 from 1928 to 1986. And that was the last time it was in the top 1,000. So neither one of them is very popular. Both really cute names and very French sounding. The next name is Calico, and I believe Alice Cooper named his daughter Calico, which is the first place that I heard it. And it just means calico. It's a beautiful name, and you could use Callie for a nickname, and I love that. The next name is Cadence, which is an English name, and it just means cadence. And I think you could use Katie as a nickname with the C-A-D-I-E or C-A-D-Y spelling. And it was number 279 in 2011, so it's a little more popular than the rest of the names on this list. And I just think it's really cute. It did not come onto the charts until 2002. And it was 958 in 2002, and in 2003 it shot up to 476. So it grew in popularity fairly quickly. Let's see, the last girl's name is Chaylin, and I think this is a really pretty name, though it's not my typical style. It's an English American name, and it means resembling a waterfall, and I think Che is a cute nickname, and Lynn is cute and a little more classic. Our cat Leia, when we first got her, we had another cat named Charlie, and my brother and sister and I wanted to name her Che, so they would kind of match Che and Charlie, but my dad could not say Che. He kept saying Shay, so it was really funny, but we didn't end up naming her that because he couldn't pronounce it. So anyway, those are a few C names that are a little less popular. Hopefully you guys liked some of them. Some people I know with C names. I grew up with a girl in my class named Sharu, which is an Indian name, which I think is really pretty. Let's see. My step-siblings have a cousin named Colton, which is a pretty cool name. And he just got married. I really liked that one. I also know somebody named Chauncey, and I think Chauncey is more popular as a boy's name, but the one that I know is a girl. And I really liked the name when I first met her. I thought it was really cool and unique. And Chelsea, I knew several Chelseas growing up, and I think Chelsea is a really cool name. There's also a song called Chelsea that I love, but Chelsea in that song is kind of a bitch. But I definitely prefer Chelsea with the EA spelling than the EY or IE spellings. Then I have a close friend named Carolyn, and she goes by Carrie. I also know a Caroline and a Carolina, and Carolina goes by Lina, which is really cool, but she gets called like Lena a lot. I knew several Claires. I still know several Claires around my age, and Courtney's. Courtney's a very popular name in my age group. Of course, everyone knows Christina's or Christine's, and I know one who goes by Chrissa, which is really cute and original. I knew a Cody, who was a friend of my sister's when we were in high school. I also grew up down the street from a girl named Charlotte, which is such a popular name for babies now, but there aren't a lot of Charlottes in my age group, and I always thought it was such a beautiful name, and she goes by the full name Charlotte, as far as I know. I went to college with a girl named Chavez, and we had a Spanish class together. And let's see, I knew a Caitlin in elementary school, and a Coral, which is a more unusual name, and a very cute one. So those are the C names. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe. I need one more subscriber to have 10 subscribers, so you could be my 10th. And I would really appreciate it. I hope you guys are having a good week. Thanks. Bye.